Hello and welcome to the Dash Convention Europe, and we're joined by Rodrigo. We've managed to drag him from behind the camera to get him in front of the camera because he's just showed me some really cool stuff, and I said, dude, we got to get you on camera, we got to check this stuff out because he's got some cool gadgets, and I think we need to talk about them and showcase them. So
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So this is what we have from EletroPay that we've been building.
Yes.
Right, so we control 100% of the manufacturing, microprocessor, and the circuit board. So we know that there's no secondary microchip copying your transactions or all your information. Right, so normal Dash wallets over here. Right, we also have integration with Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, WePay, and Alipay, especially for the European market. A lot of Chinese clients here. This is fully operational. It's on the website available. $200 per unit. Using our web wallet, and at the moment we're looking for exchanges to integrate our API, which is also available on GitHub. So basically every time the merchant receives the transaction, it goes straight into the exchange merchant's account and it liquidates into fiat. So we have an exchange in Brazil, one in Canada, and we're looking out for one European one. So this is actually a pretty cool unit. If you guys want to give me 10 cents, I can charge you 10 cents.
Sure.
And
Nothing's
you guys
free,
can
though.
see nothing's free.
You'll owe me those back in filthy dirty fiat.
Okay, so there's 10 cents, right? I'm gonna generate the QR codes.
I love those sound effects.
Yeah. So ka-ching, yeah, we like that. Right, so show then, tell me when you send the transaction.
I hit send.
It's already confirmed. And it's gotta spit out the receipts in 3 seconds total, 1 second to confirm because, you know, Dash is cool.
Of course.
And the receipt takes another 2 seconds to process the information and print. And we also have our cool countertop here. I'm gonna have the
Flashy lights. I
Joel
like it.
hold that, so he's our demo boy. Right, so basically this one as well, you can select through multiple coins. This one has the Dash acrylic on it. And the merchant just leave this on the countertop. Right, this one costs $100 plus shipping. Right, basically I type, okay, I'm gonna do 100, enter. It's gonna generate the QR code. This is demo because it needs to be connected to an exchange. So once I do the transaction, it prints a receipt and off you go.
I think that's a really important point to establish about the OTC ability.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of point of sale devices even here at the conference today, and this is really unique. I want to get real for a second because I've been looking at a lot of point of sale solutions, and a lot of them seem to be using the same devices. I don't know if they're buying them from China or something else.
Yeah.
Are you manufacturing this yourself? Like you actually building everything?
Yeah. We bought a factory in China, Nelson Camera, which is my partner. He already had a factory in China.
Yeah.
He makes parking systems. The totem where you put your card and validates and goes up, and now he owns like all the parking lots in Brazil.
Wow.
So he moved to China in 2006 because he was tired of dealing with Chinese. Ended up marrying his translator.
Yeah.
Has 2 babies in China. He's been there ever since.
And she still translates for him.
Pretty much.
For free.
Pretty much for free now, right? So he knows logistics and business and factory. And he's from Brazil. Happens to be from Brazil. A big fan of the channel. That's how we got to know each other. And I told him about 1 year ago, I'm like, listen, we need a POS device. And he designed everything himself.
What's the advantage of manufacturing it yourself?
So we control the circuit board, the ESP32 encryption on the microprocessors, which is a processor that lets you write cryptography on top of the hardware, not a software first. So it's a better encryption layer, which he actually struggled himself to find someone to write this type of codes because it's a very specific type of processor. We do all the circuit board. We buy the screens from another vendor. We copy the model from all the other POSs that's, you know, suit for your hands. It's not too wide. Some of them have a wide screen that you can barely hold. Printer on the top, lithium battery. I think lasts for 12 hours.
So from a security point of view, in comparison to other point of sale devices where they're using software, you're saying that's built into the chip. So if I was malicious, a bad actor, I'd have to break that open and get that chip. But by removing the chip that's got the software in there,
off you go. That nothing works. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So because the problem is
that's a feature in itself.
Yeah, a lot of units are being sold in China. You don't know where they're coming from, and you don't know what's inside. It runs an Android operating system, which you always see announcements from Google Store removing some apps that are malicious. So it's quite easy to go around the system and hack, or maybe the manufacturer itself are putting a secondary processor that will be copying the information once you're online, or a chip, that can store information, and once you're online, is duplicating or sending all information somewhere else. So that's the tricky part about those things. Buy those things online from a vendor that you're not aware where it's the factory, where they come from. So because this is only for payment systems, so they know you're gonna be using money into this. So there's the risk factor on that.
And it's quite smaller to some of the other devices I've seen. So I think that's important for waitresses and waiters to carry around.
I saw some of them, they have a nice wide display, but then you have to put your hand on the top, and it's quite I don't know, we bought this, we made this size because of this screen. This is a nice size. We buy this from a secondary vendor. It's just like an LCD panel. And it turned out to be this size, which is kind of the standard from credit card. I think credit card now
it's just like a
smaller.
mobile phone battery.
Yeah.
What's the battery life on it like?
12 hours.
Okay.
About 12
so
hours.
They have to charge it every day.
Wi-Fi. You can also open up and put a SIM card as well that you can use as a mobile anywhere. So. And it also has NFC technology that you can load, for example, for the mini OTC technology function. If you want to come and buy crypto from me, but I'm not the owner of the store. So basically, the manager will have to come with his card and authorize the sale of crypto. So you don't leave the responsibility just to the clerks, unless you trust them. But we always want to add another security layer on the top, which is the manager or the owner with his own validation card, right? At the same time, they can, which on the same card, it's just an NFC card, right? At the same time, if someone comes to me and wants to buy crypto, I can load one dash here, and there's one dash on the card that you can go into our web wallet and redeem it using the code in the back, plus the pre-account that you open. Will take more time to open account and everything, but that's another option. But remember, if you lose your card, you lose your money.
So the merchants have to buy the cards and stack.
Yeah.
And how much does that cost them?
$1
each.
Stack of 100, it's $100 plus shipping.
And when can me and Joel and everyone else buy one of these?
Probably by the time this is live, the website will be done. So EletroPay.com.
Yeah.
And the most important thing now, we're looking for more exchanges in Europe, Asia to integrate. Our API is available on GitHub. Once the developer sees, they understand how it works. They have to do minor changes, and the exchange will actually generate via XPub the QR code.
Yeah.
Into the device, and the funds goes straight into the exchange, into the merchant's account. We don't have access to private keys or nothing like that. So
I like this one because it's like advertising there.
Yeah. So that was the whole idea that we wanted to do it, right? So we made it smaller than the first prototype we brought to Colombia because of shipping costs. So we actually, the same box will fit both units, but there's an option here where you can also select the colors, right? This is actually set up for multi-coin, where you can change the colors, you can play, you can change the sound and all that, and you can just leave on the display of your business, and people from far away will see that you accept Dash.
So, Joel.
Yes.
You are Mr. Living on Dash.
Yes.
You spend Dash pretty much every day back home.
I'm remain Dash.
We gotta hire him as our marker partner to sell those in New Hampshire.
I think you might have to.
Yes.
Apart from the cool sounds, can you customize those? That'd be really cool to build in.
Yeah, you'll be able to.
It's got multi-language support as well, right?
Yes. This one, for example, is set up on the European mode because we have the integration with WeChat and WePay and Alipay. We're in some conversations with a local airport in Europe that wants for the WePay function, but we gotta sneak Dash and Bitcoin in just because.
So what do you think, Joel? Because one of the things I noticed with the receipts is that sometimes they print them off and they give the receipt to the customer, but then the merchant doesn't have the receipt, and they need to tally that up at the end of the day, especially if they get a high traffic business.
Yeah.
And I asked you about this earlier, and you said that you've got a solution for that.
Yeah, we have the function on the calculator. We call it calculator on the keypad. There's always the printing symbol here. So every time you hit, it will print the last transaction automatically. And also on this one, you have the option to print again the last transaction. Once you're done with the transaction, already closed to show you guys, so I won't be able to do this now. But this is important because the way we think is this is not connected to the local POS the merchant already has. So he needs the receipt at the end of the day to close his books and say, okay, I got 10 transaction cash, 5 credit card, and I have 3 crypto, and then he calculates and he can do all his books properly.
All right, let's role play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joel walks in and he wants to buy some Dash over the counter. How simple is it?
How simple is
walk
it?
us through the process.
Okay,
I wanna see how easy this is.
Okay. How about you buy from Joel, right? And I'll do the calculations here, right?
Give me a dash.
So I'm gonna come here to the mini OTC option, right? To calculate, I'm gonna type 100, enter. So what it does is it's gonna reach out to your web wallet or to the exchange and print a private key extracting $100, right? So you got your private key and you give him $100, and off you go.
You just scan that
So
and
okay,
you sweep
so
it.
Yeah, you scan with your phone and then you get on your phone.
So I'm going to pretend that this is my first time buying crypto, so I want it to be user friendly. So I get this receipt, give him the $100, I get this, and then I just have to. So I have to have a wallet to redeem this.
Yeah.
And it's got
Any wallet, it's a private key.
because I want it to be idiot proof. So you've got some instructions on here. So you've got the QR code.
Yeah.
So
we can customize the entire receipt to any length with simple instructions, name of the merchant, address, emergency phone contact, whatever they want to customize. You do all that through the website once they have an account. So.
Wow. So I'm guessing the OTC part of it is dependent on the exchange partners. Is that how it works?
It depends on the exchange partners, and we're gonna fall into an ATM license. So
that's where the cards. Oh, we spoke about this before. That's how you get around it because this card essentially it's like an ATM.
So then it's a gift card, right? But once you're doing a cash transaction, some countries require a ATM license, which so far we have a hardware license to operate in Europe or anywhere in the world, basically. But next step is to get a fintech license, then ATM license. But the OTC, if the country, that specific region is not allowed, we can turn off the OTC version and the machine just receives crypto. But then whenever it's regulated or we have the proper documentation to have a legit business, then we just turn back on the function and then the merchants will be able to sell crypto back.
What about, so the reality is price points. How does this compare to other point of sale solutions? Is it, in terms of price wise? Are you kind of like middle ground? Because I don't know the prices of all the others. There's so many solutions outside, but you know it's a big marketplace. So is it viable? Like in terms of solutions, price point wise?
Yeah. So this one we made thinking about Latin America or other low cost market. It's $100, right? Multi-coin machine. You can actually touch and select which blockchain do you want. Aluminum base. We have our e-paper, which has no colors, the same as the Kindle screen, right? Which makes it cheaper, right? Because we don't technically need any colors or a big screen, just enough to generate a QR code here, printer in the back, and the calculator. So this we can sell for $100, but if we manufacture large quantities, like 500 or 1,000. You know, because in China, for you to manufacture something, to buy the parts, they don't sell you like this calculator. We buy this from a vendor. We had to buy 5,000. That was the minimum they'd make it, customized. So we sold 2,000. We still have 3,000 sitting in the office. You know, box in box, because everything you have to buy in bulk.
So this goes up for sale in 2 weeks' time.
A week time.
In a week's time.
Yeah, a week time. Yeah.
On the website. EletroPay.com.
To use worldwide with our web wallets. Right? Only people with the machine can have access to our web wallet. It's not an open web wallet. But you have to register, and then you register a machine, and then we grant access to the web wallet, which we don't hold the funds. It's just a normal web wallet. And then this is ready for shipping. $200 on the website, plus shipping, depends where you are. And this one, we still need to finalize one encryption layer on the top of the microprocessor, and then we should be able to have this in a couple months as well, a couple weeks maybe.
Excellent. And
mind-blowing.
Yeah, of course. So the big dashy question is, have you got any merchants that have got any orders? Have you got like anything lined up in the pipe?
Well, we got a list of about 250 merchants from everywhere. They already reached out to us from all the demos and videos and pictures we did.
So they've already ordered. So
well,
you've already got to.
Once we open, they're interested.
Yeah.
So now we got to reach out and say, hey, it's open. You can place your order. But we are focused on exchange. We want to sell this and partner this with the exchange, because for the exchange, it's gonna cost them $100 to acquire a new client, providing liquidity to their books through this. So for an exchange to have a new client that's gotta provide this, it's quite cheap. So the exchange can sell this back to the merchant or can rent. They can do whatever it wants. But I think our bigger biggest customers will be exchange, not individual sales.
That extra added functionality, the OTC, because you're not getting that with other point of sale devices as well.
No,
so you're getting extra functionality from it. I realised it was a bit silly with the OTC asking Joel, because he's living on Dash. He hasn't got the fiat, right, to do it.
Yes, but I do see a lot of places that accept Dash. Usually what happens before that is they put an ATM in the building. And then when they get comfortable with that, then they take it for payments. And so a lot of people's traffic comes to the ATM, and a lot of people go in just for the ATM, and then I can spend it here too, and that's how they get in.
Yeah.
And so I think that honestly, as much as I like to pretend like we're here right now in the world of everyone's going to be living on crypto today, everyone's going to be going OTC first, I think. And then they'll realize, I can buy stuff from the shop too.
Yeah.
Okay, while I'm here, I might. But it's going to lead with the OTC. So what kind of fees do you think would happen to both the merchant and the customer trying to buy OTC?
For example, on the OTC function, the merchant will set up the price. Hey, you want to buy $100 in Dash from me? I'll sell you for this price. So the deal will be done person to person there. Literally the P2P, right? In Brazil, for the normal transactions, and comparing to the credit card charges 7% for you to have your money in 30 days, or 12% to have the money next day. So we can charge 3%, and the exchange can charge another 3%. And with 6% being cheaper than the credit card, with 7 for 30 days, we can provide fiat liquidity through the exchange in less than 15 minutes.
Can I be critical?
Sure, please.
Yeah? Put you on the spot?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. Reality check time.
Yeah.
I'm a merchant. I get this device. I order 100 of these cards, which look very nice, by the way. So they're $1 each. So I get them. Now, it's very popular, and I say, how easy is it for me to restock these cards? And I'll just say that I'm based in the UK, for example.
Just have to place an order on our website.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it will take the normal shipping. Depends. You have to choose shipping, a week, 2 weeks. The more you pay, the faster it gets to you.
And you'll have big stock and supply of these already.
Yeah, this is literally a plastic. It's a credit card plastic with an NFC processor in the middle, which it's extremely cheap as well.
They're all different designs. Is there a reason for that?
No, we just made a couple different designs just for fun. But this is customized with 3xBit, our first client in Brazil. Yeah. Right? 3xBit.com.
That's a gift card, is it? What is that?
Yeah, it's the same as a gift card. Yeah. It would be the same as a gift card, right?
So instead of the cards where they can do OTC, you can sell that. Was it?
Yeah. This has 0.5, right? So we can put the 0.5 or 0.1, so the merchant don't get confused as well how much money he loaded. He doesn't have to check, so he knows he loaded 0.5 here.
I like that because it makes it simple, especially for the merchant. If even if you had like $50 worth, I think that's really smart because it just simplifies it. And then because a lot of the people working behind the counters, they may not be tech savvy, so it has to be user friendly.
That's what we focus on. We want to do something that you type as a normal POS. 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30 generates the QR code. You scan, pay, off you go.
Fantastic, man. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Man, that's amazing.
I'm broke, but thanks. Yeah. all the money went to this.
No, it's very impressive.
Well, hopefully you get it back out again.
Me too. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I wish you success. Well, I just want to take this opportunity as well to say thank you for your help with the Dash Convention Europe.
Of course, yeah.
You've been an absolute machine working behind the camera, setting up all the technicals, helping with the live stream. You are the unsung hero of the event.
Thank you, man.
I'll sing for you.
Thank you. Yeah. So everybody's watching this at home, so I'm glad because here you have 200 people, but at home we have 20,000 that will be watching those videos for a long time. So and being a broadcast guy, this is the least I could do.
You have to get the views up to 20,000 on this video.
Oh yeah.
Have to get them high, otherwise
click, share,
you wasted his time here.
Thumbs up, smash that like button.
Smash for Dash.
Yeah, smash for Dash.
Well, we hope you found this video to be informative, and we hope to bring you more video content. We're at the Dash Convention Europe. Stay dashy.